All right. Um, Itching for something to do to get my creative juices flowing, as an advisory article once, well, it said that I'm continually reading and so on and so forth, and I've decided to do um, in a row um, 5 more episodes of Fun with Flag Facts, because I guess, yeah, editing my first the first episode title about the Union Islands, the Pacific Islands, Tokelau and all that. Um, I mean, if any you'd like, I can easily just put the link in there and maybe a link to the playlist. I'll decide all that when I'm done with these for today, or tonight really. Um, but depending where you are, behind and in front, it's either the next day or still early in the afternoon ish. So yeah, for the second episode, we're going to be talking about the flag of uh, the Channel Island jersey, and there's going to be basically three, four. Yeah, after this is going to be like three more Channel Island flags. Or in general, it's not just about the flags themselves. There's going to be history of the dominion or country or region or state or etc. in there. So yeah, let's get to it. So it features the badge of Jersey with the Plantagenet crown. The Plantagenets being basically William the Conquerors and Henry the First and Second and Thirds and Richard the Lionheart and King John's and so on's house and family background. Even Henry the Seventh was kind of part of that, at least by lineage, as mentioned in my fun facts about the Greek mercenaries who worked for Henry VIII. I also might put a link to that too in this episode, the description, of course. So yeah, it's basically it hasn't changed much in I guess in the kind of period in how it changed. Yeah, from 500, like 400 to 500 to even 100 plus years. You'll know what I mean when I include the sources, and you'll read them, maybe. But the original flag, before they added the crown stuff and the lions and the rest of the Plantagenet stuff, was it was almost reminiscent of, it's pretty much almost exactly like the St Andrew's cross flag, which is the Scottish flag, except the big difference is it's as a white background, like an an English place, rather than blue, and that goes back to, that's referenced in 1906 Bailiff of Jersey's W. V. Vernon's writings in 1906 about the neutrality of the Channel Islands during the 100 Years' War between England and France. And yeah, they didn't get involved. They were, I think they were kind of stuck in the middle between two dominions. So they stayed out of that kind of thing, and that represented the them, really not wanting to get involved in that spat. And that went on for long enough. I mean, 100 Years' War. I don't know why they didn't call it 130 Years' War, because it was more like, I think exactly 100, something weird like 134 years. So maybe there was an end in sight, or maybe there was like an overspill of some Dark Ages type stuff where certain records got, or of battles and deals and stuff, got basically erased or redacted or whatever. And the flag we know as Jerseyites, I think that's the right name for them, no, was adopted in 1979, proclaimed in 1980, and then officially raised in 1901. Jersey as a whole, apart from being sort of the namesake of New Jersey, which is vaguely like it, if at all, there's not really. I mean, they're going back to the Plantagenet and the Norman stuff. They actually have their own kind of language, which is Jaré, which is it's based off Norman kind of Franco English and kind of developed from there. But as far as like media and stuff, Jersey isn't really depicted in a lot, apart from the film thriller Beast, which is based on a case of a nomadic murderer in the 60s. Or hunter. It was like a hunter type. Played by Johnny Flynn, who's quite versatile, and people don't. He kind of reminds me, for some reason, maybe it's like how the mannerisms or the face, but he kind of vaguely reminds me of Bo Burnham. Bo Burnham's can be quite unsettling, like Steve Carell. Really funny, but can really unsettling, and also he kind of reminds me of Kurt Russell's son too, a little bit. Last thing I saw him in was the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I haven't watched that in a while. I might get back into it. Where he's the new Captain America, while after Steve Rogers has retired, and they're in between either going to choose Bucky the Winter Soldier as the second Captain America, or Falcon, which is it's what happened with Falcon anyway, with of course the whole thing with him and the newer thing with Red Hulk and all the rest of it. But that's pretty much it for this episode. Other than that, waffling on about vaguely related stuff and like a slight film recommendation and connected things and some other things. So remember to like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you lot in the next one.